Back with this yet again. Last month was pretty much the same quality as January, which was decent, so I'm hoping March is even better. Mostly because we actually got some interesting videos to talk about this time around, both good and bad. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell. Totally optional, but it'd be appreciated if you did. Without further ado, let's get straight in. For the first video of the month, I'm not impressed at all. Genuinely, what a bad start to the month. I try to be positive with SML since I'm a fan of even the newer videos, but I have to say that I didn't really care for this one. My biggest issue with this video is that both conceptually and execution, this video felt too weird even for SML standards. I get SML likes to be random and weird sometimes, which definitely can bring some of the best out of the series, but I feel like it's a little too on the nose in this video. I personally would have just toned it down by quite a bit. Otherwise, this video just has extremely repetitive jokes. The joke is just that everyone is gay, which has literally been done before in the series, so it's not even original. Even if it wasn't original, it still could have been something good. However, no, it's just the same joke. The obvious solution would be to add more variety in the jokes. Otherwise, I just feel nothing from this video. I don't even feel disturbed. Again, just nothing. The only other somewhat huge critique I had towards this video was Junior and Joseph being annoying at the beginning of the video, especially Junior. They went a bit overboard towards Cody, I feel like. I get why it was done, just so Cody's birthday wish made sense and was warranted. However, that still could have been accomplished even if Junior and Joseph were also toned down. Did I have any positives with this video? Well, yeah, I do. I always try to find the positives in everything I review after all. My biggest positive would have to be the tiny scene of Cody trying to light his candles. That whole bit was just really funny in an intentionally awkward way. My favorite part of the whole video for sure and got me to chuckle. I also really liked Poopy's performance as Cody, notably in this video. At least the scenes when he's, doing stuff behind the door. The voice talent is great as per usual, and the only other positive I had for this video was the return of Charlie. I always love seeing Charlie in modern videos, man, such a treat. Otherwise, this video gets a 2 out of 10. Again, I was not a fan of this one at all, really. This video is not much better. It's slightly better, but again, not by much. My biggest problem with this video is that it's just really boring, and that's because I feel like nothing really happens in it besides the competition. I feel like there's barely any substance to the plot and jokes in this one, especially since a lot of the jokes in this video are just fat jokes. This video just needed something more to it, even if the concept is dull and generic. I think something could have improved this video heavily was more character variety. I think the competition should remain as the biggest part of this video, and so therefore we get to see multiple characters at the competition. Why? Well, what if the first half of the video was dedicated to seeing multiple characters trying to become fat so they could enter the competition, sort of building up to the competition. Sure, it'd probably have more fat jokes, but based on the character, it could add more variety to the fat jokes, and it would make the video more fun and interesting. That's what I think should have been done with this video personally. The only other negative I had with this video was Goodman abusing Chives again. I don't really care for those types of scenes, because it brings out the least interesting aspects of Goodman's character in my opinion. In terms of positives, Shrek being in this video was great and he was funny. He was probably the best aspect of this video for me personally. I also thought Jeffy had a few funny lines in this video, and Steve was pretty good and funny, especially with what he comes up with to say to each of the contestants at the competition. Otherwise, 3 out of 10. Just a boring nothing burger of a video, pun not intended. I hope the rest of the month isn't like this. Okay, here we go, we finally got a good video. Despite the concept being simple, it was still an interesting one and the execution was pretty cool all things considered. I think each of the characters in this video were pretty damn good. Each of them got to shine in this video of course, and that's nice. I also think the wide variety of disaster projects were cool, and I think that is what the best aspect of the video is. We just get to see all these neat ideas for projects and see how the students replicated them, which brings in some creativity to the video. It's truly appreciated. I also thought the video was pretty funny for Out. I think the standout moment for me was Bully's COVID project. The execution of that quick little scene got me to laugh so fucking hard, I'm not kidding. I also just think it was a pretty good and unexpected choice for Bully's half-assed project to be the one that wins at the end. You would have thought that maybe Junior's project, or Cody's project, or maybe even Jeffy's project would have won because main character. But no, Bully wins, and the fact he put no effort in the project makes this small ending twist to be hilarious. I also just think the pacing of the video is pretty consistent throughout, which is definitely appreciated. With my praises for the video out of the way, I did did have one major critique towards this video, and that's that it just feels like something is missing in this video. This video isn't anything special ultimately, and I think I know why and what that missing something is. This video needed way more variety in what Jackie Chu thought of the projects instead of liking them all, besides Penelope's of course. The reason why I really love videos like Bowser Jr. Summer School Part 3 and Bowser Jr.'s First Grade Part 4 is that not only do we get to see the students come up with their own creative things to showcase to the class like this video, but Jackie Chu would always have different thoughts on each of what the students showed off, usually being mean and insulting a lot of the time too, which made the way for really funny comedy. I just think Jackie Chu needed more creative and different ways to react to the students' projects just to make the video more comedic and more memorable, even if it's already a funny and good video. Which yeah, it's still an enjoyable video throughout, 7.5 out of 10. Again, if what I said was done with Jackie Chu, I think this could have been a truly great video. However, I still liked it, and I do think it's still a pretty good video. Oh boy, this video. I was excited to talk about this one going into this video. What did I think of it? I thought it was really good. Okay, yes, the video does feel messy, admittedly, and also yes, I think the video would have definitely been way better if Marvin and Lewis did more stuff in the video than just be at the house. Maybe they could have gone to locations or done things that are somewhat tied to the Mario games, but find ways for it to be sneaky and not actually breaking their cease and desist. And you could have Brooklyn Guy show up at any point to do his purpose in the video. Therefore, the overall joke of the video would have been way more funnier, even if it already is. So there was a tiny bit of missed potential. However, I still really liked it. The concept is fantastic for one. I really like how we finally got the human puppet equivalent to Luigi in this video, being named Lewis. Lewis was pretty good in this video. I didn't really find his voice annoying, which could have been easily been so, and I thought some of his jokes and lines in the video were pretty good. And yeah, jokes and lines. This video's comedy is so damn good. I think the funniest aspect of this video was Brooklyn Guy. Brooklyn Guy coming in as Marvin's lawyer to tell off Marvin and Lewis for being on the brink of breaking the cease and desist with Lewis's Nintendo antics were pretty hilarious, and I'm glad it's consistently funny throughout the whole video. I really like how borderline they get with the Nintendo jokes in this video, and it makes me think that they wish they still could make plush videos, you know? I also thought Jeffy was good in this video with some of his lines. And finally, I thought the little scene of Brooklyn Guy opening the pizza box was hilarious. Nothing else really to say. 8.5 out of 10. Even with its biggest flaws, this was still a really enjoyable video to watch, and is honestly a breath of fresh air, even if I liked a decent amount of the videos this year so far. After a really good video, we get to a video that is just okay. This video is mixed for me because on one hand, it feels like nothing much truly happens in this video. A lot of the scenes in this video are just filler and talking, which yet again, I know there's supposed to be exposition in the scenes, but I don't think a lot of it in this video is necessary. It's just padding for the sake of padding, you know? I also thought Junior and Joseph were pretty annoying in this video at times. I would have just cut down Junior and Joseph being annoying, and I also would have cut down the talking scenes. Hell, have more scenes involving Cody being poor, because honestly, I don't think we get enough of that in this video. You can have Cody being rich by the end. That's a good way to take the video ending wise, but there just need to be more poor Cody, you know? However, with all this, I think Tyrone carried the video. He was fucking hilarious. A lot of his lines and antics in this video made the video funny a lot of the time, especially the scene where he's interacting with the inventor of Scrub Daddy. Poopy's performance as the Scrub Daddy inventor was hilarious, so that, on top of Tyrone's great performance, made this scene the best part of the video for me. And finally, I just think Cody talking about the past of the channel at the end was really cool and good. I love the callbacks. Otherwise, 5 out of 10. This video is straight up middle of the road. It's got its positives, but it's got its negatives. They all equate to a mediocre or, well, mid video. To start this one off, Tony the Tiger! Even if he's there for a few seconds, I'm so happy he was in this video. This was like his first true appearance in years if you don't count him being a picture in Brooklyn Guy Gets Fired. Again, I'm glad SML's been bringing back old characters lately, always appreciated. Now, with the video itself, it's really good. Great even. I enjoyed this one a lot. First of all, the concept is pretty cool. There's plenty of potential that could come with it, and I think this video delivers on that. I also think the pacing throughout the video is pretty good. As well, it's just a pretty fun video to watch in general due to its progression tension and escalation. I love how much luckier Jeffy gets as the video goes on, and it's so enjoyable to watch through and through. Each of the characters in this video are pretty good too, same with the comedy. A lot of this video is memorable, I feel like, and that's really appreciated for an SML video. I also think the best parts about the video are the casino scenes where Jeffy and Marvin let it ride. It even comes with a fun montage that has good and unique camera shots for an SML video. All around, this was a great watch. The only complaint I would have is that the plot is admittedly predictable of Jeffy losing his luck in the end, but otherwise, 9.5 out of 10. This is a really fun video. I enjoyed this one a lot. This video was another pretty good one. Not great like the last video, but it was still a pretty enjoyable one. I think the concept is cool. There's a decent amount you can do with that. I think Jackie Chu was hilarious with how he was in this video. I also thought Jeffy and Brooklyn Guy were both pretty good and funny throughout the video. I also think Brooklyn Guy's story in this video is one of the better ones due to Lance being in it. And yeah, this video has good jokes like how Cody was apparently reading a science textbook and he didn't really know what he was talking about. The jokes about Jeffy and prostitution in video titles, Junior and Patrick fighting at the dance, and more. I think the comedy in this video is pretty decent throughout. I also think the dance scene was still the best part, even if it didn't get much focus. Yeah, the school dance itself didn't have much time dedicated to it, I feel like. A lot of the time is focused on the red couch, which I think it should have been the other way around. I think most of this video should have taken place at the school dance, and therefore, it would give more time to develop this video's subplot with Junior and Penelope. The aspect of this video I cared for least due to its lack of focus. If more time was given to it, I would have cared about it more, even if it's just for a subplot. Otherwise, 7.5 out of 10. Still a good video, but just needed more time dedicated to its concept, is all. Pretty solid throughout, though. Okay, I didn't care much for this video. It's just really boring, and yet again, it feels like nothing really happens. There's not a lot of jokes, the pacing is just weird, and despite the ending being funny, the video wraps up too quickly and easily. I just think there needed to be more substance in the video to give more of an identity, especially since the concept's okay. I think the moments where Jeffy actually pinched people were good and funny in short bits. This is proof that this video could have had something funny going for it. I think it needed more of an escalation, and that could have saved this quite nothing burger of a video, I feel like. This video isn't shy from its positives though. The jokes about the last fuck are hilarious, and Brooklyn Guy's story in this video was also hilarious. Judge Poopy was good too. Besides the moments where Jeffy's pinching people, which were funny, that's all the positives I had really. 3.5 out of 10. Again, it's a nothing burger of a video, such a shame. Can I just say the concept of this video is great? Yeah, that's my first positive. There's so much potential that could be reached with this one. However, I don't think it was fully met. This video did have its positives though. The video can be funny sometimes. The Talk to a podcast scene was funny, Jeffy with googly eyes was such a treasure, and the inclusion of EDP as one of the guests was hysterical and probably the best part of this video. I also thought Jeffy was pretty good in this video. Those were my main positives though. I think a lot of the jokes in this video feel the same sometimes, and it got a bit repetitive for sure. I also think the other two guests Jeffy brought on the podcast didn't leave much of an impression. I also think the very beginning of the video dragged a bit. To make this video better, I personally would have had Jeffy bring on more guests in the podcast to make the video more interesting and creative, even with its comedy. Mostly because I think only 3 guests in this video, which doesn't count Marvin, were just too few of a number. This video simply needed more to it. However, I'd still say it's decent due to the fact that it can be funny sometimes. 6.5 out of 10. Not exactly a good video, but it's almost there. It just needed more uniqueness to satisfy its full potential. This video was really good. First off, I like how this video quickly got to the point. This video is simply well paced throughout. No filler to be found in this video really. Secondly, I really liked Goodman in this video. Goodman is a character I find a bit overrated sometimes, but this video is not one of those times. He got me to laugh in this video. He was hilarious through and through with a lot of his lines. I also thought Brooklyn Guy was really good in this video too. I've always liked it when Brooklyn Guy and Goodman are a duo in a video due to how they both used to have the same role in the videos of having every job. Seeing these two interact is just good to see. In general, this is pretty funny. Judge Poopy was good, and I liked the court scene a lot. It was good for plot reasons, and it also came with its comedic jokes. I thought thought Steve was decent. Rose was surprisingly funny in this video. I liked her lines about the same hair color and mustaches, as well as her line about fucking blackface. I also just really like the escalation of what happens with this video in regards to its plot. I always like SML videos that have an escalation to whatever's going on because it often makes the video more enjoyable and even funny with its jokes. In terms of negatives, I wish there was a small scene of Goodman and Brooklyn Guy going for the $100 million they were going for. As well, Jeffy didn't really do much, I feel like. Honestly though, that doesn't stop this video from being a 9 out of 10. A really enjoyable video, all things considered. This video was just simply hilarious throughout. Holy shit, another great video? I really liked this one a lot. First off, the concept is stupidly great. Junior not knowing what a toaster strudel is, which is a crime by the way, I love toaster strudel, is purely comedic and silly. It's such a fitting concept for SML, especially since I feel like the concept of this video would actually fit in really well with older SML videos from around the Junior era, especially with a video title like that. And you know, it's not even just the concept of this video that is great. The video itself and execution is really funny. Just seeing Junior fuck up with trying to make a toaster strudel when he finds out what they are is just funny. Chef Pee-Pee is also great in this. I love how comically antagonistic he is to Junior. This is one of my favorite aspects about Chef Pee-Pee, who's my personal favorite character from SML. He was for sure the highlight of this video for me, and this is one of the best appearances he's had in a long while with Camp Food Drive from last month. I also think the escalation in this video with Junior supposedly dying was handled really well and was hilarious. I loved it. That includes Junior putting the fork in the toaster. It was so fucking dumb, but really funny all the same. That is probably my favorite part of the video scene-wise. In terms of other positives, Brooklyn Guy and the trio were pretty good in this video. I also think the pacing is pretty good here, minus one scene. This leads me on to my only two cons in this video. Brooklyn Guy and Braxton's interaction dragged on a little bit too long, I feel like. Could have definitely been cut down by a tiny bit and would suffice. And the only other thing was, I feel like it was a bit obvious near the end that the dead Junior parts were just a dream. But that's it. Honestly, 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this video a lot. I loved it. This is my favorite video of the year so far. I know of the Squid Game 2 videos that got 9.5 out of 10s, I didn't really have cons with those videos, and conceptually, those videos are more creative, but I really liked the comedy in this video a lot, and this video is a really fitting video for SML, so that's why this video gets more points for me. After some bangers in a row, we are unfortunately back with another poor video. God damn it. So this is another Billy video, and with Billy videos in SML, they're usually hit or misses. In my perspective, some examples of good Billy videos are Saul 1 and 2 and Billy's Revenge. The reason why I like these three videos is because there's more jokes than just the AIDS jokes, and in the case of Billy's Revenge, which is my favorite Billy video, it utilizes its original source material really well with creative traps and gore. I'm a casual fan of the Saul franchise, so I always hope that Billy videos end up being good due to their potential. However, it's videos like Saul 3, 2024 Summer School Part 3, and this video that make me disappointed. Again, typically because the same joke that is always used with Billy are the AIDS jokes. I think these jokes could be really funny if done creatively, but they need the creativity and also more jokes than just those. I'm saying that because in the case of this video, admittedly, there's a bit more effort with the AIDS jokes than usual. However, that's all this video really is, just AIDS jokes again. It makes me disappointed because this video has a great concept in my opinion. It's of course in reference to the rumors of Saul 11 apparently being cancelled. This leads to an interesting and unique plot concept of Billy needing to seek another job. Episodes and videos where a character needs to search for a job are usually some of my favorites in shows and media, because it allows us to see a wide variety of job choices a character goes with, which has room for an interesting spotlight of said character and their traits, as well as more opportunities for jokes. That's why I've always had a huge fondness for the Chef Pee-Pee Quit series. It was interesting seeing Chef Pee-Pee take on these other jobs you would never see him in otherwise, and it came with its own comedic jokes. Now, that was a series. This is a singular video. I'm not expecting much. If I did expect much, that would be really silly, especially since these are puppet videos, of course. I guess it was cool that Billy gets to try out different jobs, which is unlike Jeffy gets a job and Richard gets a job where they only have the focus character only do one job. However, I still like those two videos because again, they had more varied jokes than just one joke, which is the biggest fault of this video, especially since I think the ending of this video had everything go for it conceptually, but alas, another AIDS joke. Another issue I have with this video is I feel like the Applebee's scene seemingly got more focus than the other scenes and somehow it still didn't contribute much. much. I think this scene was only there to include more Brooklyn guy and Marvin dicking around at Applebee's, which, hot take incoming, I don't think is always the worst thing ever. Some good videos have come from that, like Boys Night Out and Shrek's Endless Cheesecake, despite the latter video being the Cheesecake Factory, not Applebee's. And while not a terrible aspect of this video, I do think that more focus should have gone to the other scenes to create equal balance. Therefore, as well, it resolves the issues with the overuse of the AIDS jokes, because I feel like there would have been more time put into these scenes. It could have left room for more varied jokes. Otherwise, it just feels like, as well, nothing happens in this video. Now, based off of how I'm talking about this video, it might seem like that I think this is a terrible video, and while I don't like it, I don't think it's terrible, actually. There's stuff that I actually liked in this video. Firstly, the very beginning of this video is actually really good. Despite the victim not dying and getting to be free, I still really like this scene because it shows some type of resemblance to the aspects I really like about Billy videos when they appear. The aspects that involve Billy using creative traps on people with games that end up killing them, just like the actual Saw movies. By far my favorite part of the video. I also like the different use of sets yet again, like the bank and the gas station. Always welcomed. Always welcomed indeed. I also think Dougie and Steve were pretty good in this video. They each had their good lines. And finally, I really like that one joke of Miss Fitzpatrick saying, "I'll see you there too," when Marvin and Brooklyn guys say they'll go to Red Lobster and leave. It's a neat fourth wall joke of Miss Fitzpatrick always being the waitress of whatever restaurant scene is in the videos. All around though, 4 out of 10. Again, not terrible, but a pretty weak and bad video still. This video is definitely missed potential at its pure finest. And the final video of the month, and how was it? I liked it actually. Okay, so granted the concept is interesting, I'll say, but I think this video makes up for it with having a proper and actual good message behind it. There's a lesson to be learned in this video, and that was nice. It reminds me of the vape problem from last month a little bit, just not as direct with the message. All around though, my favorite aspect of this video is Brad. He was amazing and he carried the video for me. His line deliveries are just great. Thanks to Poopy's voice acting, of course. Cody was also pretty good in this video in my opinion. I liked a lot of the jokes that came from him with how he likes Brad. Brooklyn guy was also great with how he was the one that helped contribute to the video's overall point and message. And yet again, Pumpkin guy's back, of course. As well, I just really like that this video actually does something with Penelope's character. Penelope, in my opinion, is one of the more one-note main characters of the series, and I feel like she could have had more spotlight on her and her character. This video does exactly that, and despite being a little bit too obnoxious at times throughout the video, I think she was handled well. This is definitely one of her more unique appearances. In terms of other positives, this video's pacing is pretty good, and I just like how simple the video was. It was right to the point, and none of the scenes in this video felt like filler. The only other thing I could say, really, is that the status quo was reset too easily at the end. If the status quo was going to reset, it should have had more time and focus on how it happened. This is where I feel like more dialogue should be placed and not in other scenes of other videos, you know? But all around though, 8.5 out of 10. A pretty solid and good end to the month. And here's the ranking for the month. Cody's birthday wish. Fat Tuesday. Jeffy's pinch problem. Billy gets cancelled. Poor Cody. Jeffy's podcast. Jeffy's school dance. The Disaster Project. The Teacher Crush. Marvin's brother. Goodman sues Starbucks. Jeffy's lucky jacket. Junior's toaster strudel. All around, I think March 2025 is the best month of the year so far for SML. There's a bit more videos I enjoyed this month than previous months, and the 2 highest ranked videos for this month are the 2 best videos of the month so far in my opinion. All around, I'm giving March 2025 for SML a 7.5 out of 10. A pretty solid month with good and even some or bad videos. Hoping April 2025 continues to be pretty damn good.